ssdt hooking for dummies, a simplified explanation of the Windows architecture. At the core, the computer is only going to understand zeros and ones. Applications like Firefox or Skype are specially developed programs that will call on other existing software programs that have already been written at lower levels. This would be the Win32 API. These programs call on other programs at even lower levels until finally it's sent to the hardware. At that point, it's reduced down to zeros and ones and sent back up the chain to the application to interact with the user. Think of it as the way your brain sends a signal to your hand, which then effortlessly calls on an internally bodily program that sends a signal to the muscles in it, which then calls on another program to move them, which then moves all of the cells in the same way the hardware processed all of the zeros and ones. A signal is then sent back up to your brain to let you know that the task has been complete and is awaiting further instructions from your brain. In the same manner, the final instructions for the computer are carried out and sent back to the user application to await further instruction, which will be prompted by interaction from the user, like clicking on something. The way most rootkits work is by hooking lower-level drivers in the system and altering their functions to conceal the presence of a virus. If a low-level driver is altered by a rootkit hook, it'll be manipulated to send the wrong signal back up through the chain. We can analogize hooking ssdt as to reprogramming your body's internal function that lets you sense that a bee has just landed on your hand and is now about to sting you. The interpreter that allows you to sense the bee has been switched off by a rootkit hook. You are unaware of the presence of the threat and therefore unable to swat it. This is the exact same way a false signal is sent back up the chain in your system. This will conceal the presence of a malicious file like malware or a virus, and it will render an antivirus program unable to detect the presence of the threat.